Good morning and welcome to the Baton Rouge edition of Across Louisiana. I'm your host, Nils Breckhoff. On today's show, John Coffin with the Manship Theater joins us to tell us all about their exciting fall schedule. Sarah Vanderseipen with the LSU Museum of Art is here to tell us about their 4th of July plans and more. Robin Betts with MidCity Redevelopment Alliance is here to give us the scoop on National Home Ownership Month. And David Drake with the Salvation Army is here to tell us all about their upcoming golf tournament. All of this and more coming up next on this edition of Across Louisiana. So don't go anywhere, folks. Welcome back to Across Louisiana. Well, they're a frequent and a welcome guest here on Across Louisiana. Always lots of exciting things going on in Baton Rouge at the Manship Theater. And here to tell us all about their exciting fall events is John Coffin. Welcome back to the show, John.
Thanks for having us. It's always a pleasure.
Absolutely. So many great things going on there. I know you got a lot of exciting stuff coming up in the fall, some big names. So tell the folks a little bit about it.
Yeah, we're about to release our 2015-16 season. We're kicking off the season this year with the Mavericks, who are a fantastic Grammy Award-winning band. Followed up shortly after that with Mavis Staples doing a combo tour with Joan Osborne. Maybe she had a hit. You remember back in the late 90s, God Was One of Us. So they're doing a special, just a few weeks of this tour together. It's called Solid Soul. And then we have Lyle Lovett and John Hyatt together. So the fall is really packed in tight. I mean, mixing in some family stuff, of course, some Christmas shows. We're bringing Beau Soleil back to do a holiday program in December, which it's been a few years since they've been back. And then, of course, rounding all that out with films and dance and theater, and it's.
So you really have a mix of, I mean, obviously you have some well-known local talent here with the likes of Beau Soleil, and then, I mean, some of these names, I mean, these are some world-class recording artists, right?
These are, yeah, the top of their game, and I mean, there's no better place to see them than at Manship Theater. You know, you're as close as you and I to some of your favorite performers. I mean, Lyle Lovett's been a couple times, but it's probably been 5 or 6 years, and he always puts on an amazing show. And this one he'll be doing acoustic, so it'll be even more intimate.
I'm a guitar player, so that's one of my favorite places to go. It's a very intimate venue. The acoustics are superb, and I mean, if you got a guy like John Hyatt playing,
it's going to be amazing. Absolutely.
So tell us a little bit, kind of going into the fall, transitioning from fall into winter. Some of the other things that you want to highlight.
Going into the spring, we do have a lot of dance shows coming up. Well, it's actually fall and into the spring, but the family programming we also have is Dr. Kaboom, who we've brought back before. He is a kind of a mad German scientist, if you will, and he's bringing a special show called Livewire, and it's all about electricity, so it educates you on electricity, and he's bringing a huge coil, and he's going to be shooting sparks throughout the theater, but it's all safe. And then we have Skippy John Jones family show, family books. Thinking what else we got. Dance performances, Thodos Dance, ODC Dance, 2 nationally recognized dance companies will be coming in.
So really, there's something for everyone there.
Absolutely.
I know, you know, as we kind of move closer into the holiday season, obviously there's kind of more of an emphasis on family things, and that may be something that people don't realize that they really can bring the whole family out to and really get a lot out of.
Absolutely. And we keep our family programming generally on Sundays at 2 o'clock matinees, so you kind of have some lunch, watch the show for an hour and a half, and you still have the rest of your Sunday afternoon to get to bed early.
I know that from having been there before, I've always been impressed with, I mean, really, there's not a bad seat in the house, first of all. And I mean, it's really a chance to actually hear from these artists, not just their music, right? But I mean, one of the things I know I've enjoyed most from being there is it's really pretty interactive. You know, the artists speak to you directly there, and it's really just a very rewarding and great place to check out a show.
Absolutely. I mean, that's what makes it so special. I mean, you really feel like you can have a conversation with the performer, and they feel engaged with the audience as well. So it's tough not to, and sometimes that is equally as great as the performance itself, just listening to the storytelling that goes back and forth between the performer and the crowd.
I know you've been there for a while now. Tell me a little bit about, if you had to pick a performance that had the most impact on you, which one would it be?
I would have to go back and say somebody like Lindsey Buckingham. I think that was, I'm a Fleetwood Mac fan, so seeing Lindsey Buckingham solo in that theater was pretty impressive, pretty amazing, something I'll never forget. Never thought I'd get to see me and Lindsey Buckingham this close and meet him, but you know, there's just been so many unique performances over the past 10 years since I've been there, but that's that's one that sticks out.
I know folks are definitely going to want to check all that out. Where do they need to go to find out more information or get the schedule for the Manship Theater?
Schedule will be on our website at www.manshiptheater.org, or they can call the box office at 225-344-0334.
Sounds perfect. Thanks for telling us all about it. Looking forward to it.
Thanks, Nils.
Well, he's been doing a great job of leadership right next door in Livingston Parish. It's Leighton Ricks, and he's going to tell us all about what the future holds for Livingston. Take a look.
I'm Leighton Ricks, Livingston Parish President, and I'm just excited about Livingston Parish. I am so blessed to be surrounded by so many good people that I think are helping me in the administration, doing good things for the parish. We're growing by leaps and bounds. We're doing our best to grow respectful to how the people in Livingston Parish have told us they want to continue to live. We're also growing at a rapid rate commercially and industrially, and we want to do that respectful to our existing businesses that have been, in my opinion, the backbone of Livingston Parish. There's several things going on in Livingston Parish that we're just really proud of, that we've worked hard to get into Livingston Parish. And of course, coming to mind immediately is the Epic Piping manufacturer. That's just going to be huge for Livingston Parish. It's a $45+ million investment into the parish. Create roughly 580 or so full-time jobs with an additional 600 to 700 indirect jobs as they're getting the facility up and going, and then bringing people in and out of the facility. One of the things that we face in Livingston Parish, obviously, is not having a lot of industry, and at the same time, people wanting to remain able to live like they're living now. They like their rural lifestyle in Livingston Parish, and we certainly want to grow respectful to that. So we have the I-12 corridor along 190 and I-12 that run parallel, that go all the way across the parish. And we've said for years now that's going to be the route. We know it's coming. So how do you grow respectful at the rate we're growing, while letting people understand north and south of the interstate that they're going to be able to continue to live like they're living now? That's when you get into some of those land use restriction discussions, and a lot of times the word zoning comes up and people are just really fearful of that word. It doesn't necessarily have to be a bad or negative word, because sometimes it can be used to protect you. We also have now started the road program, which is something we've worked really hard for the last 2.5, 3 years to get up and running. They are now actually out doing road work and doing drainage. This is one thing that we decided, along with Bert Kleinpeter. Mr. Gasper Jafisi does our engineering for the road program. We've talked at length about this, and this was something that, again, Sam really wanted to see us do, and we've agreed, and so as the engineer, do the drainage work as we're doing the road overlay program. Because if you get your drainage under control, your roads are going to last longer because your base lasts longer. And yeah, you may not do as many miles this time under the road program, but it's going to last a lot longer. And so we're doing that. We're getting good things done because we work with all these parish-wide officials as well as we do. We have all the mayors come to the office. 2 or 3 times a year, we have all the mayors in Livingston Parish come to the office, and we sit down. We have donuts and biscuits and eggs and bacon, and it's a very relaxed atmosphere. No agenda. What do you need? What are we doing that we're not doing right? What are we doing that we're doing good that we need to do more of? What can we do that we're not doing to help you? And vice versa. The first thing they want to know is, what do you need from us? What can we help you do? And we appreciate what you, from the parish standpoint, are doing for us, and certainly I appreciate what they do for me. Again, working together, it's just a good feeling. It's what you're there to do. You don't always get to say yes, and that's tough when you have to say no. But one of the things that we've made up our mind to do when I went into office was at least meet with anybody and everybody that wanted to meet. Doesn't matter if they were for me or against me, voted for me or didn't vote for me. I represent everyone in Livingston Parish. So we've opened our door, we've welcomed anybody and everybody that's wanted to come through, and some have come through that were not initially a Leighton Ricks supporter. But through our efforts and their willingness to talk with us, have now become not only supporters but good friends. It's a great time to be parish president. There are a lot of challenges, obviously, but there's a lot of good things happening in the parish that we've been able to be part of, and I've enjoyed that. It takes that to really move forward. Again, when you're in a situation like we are, where you're growing as fast as we're growing, It's not about me, it's not about him, it's not about her. It's about doing the right thing for the right reasons for the people in Livingston Parish. That's what they elected us to do. If you want a lifestyle of warm, friendly, community-minded spirit where we all partner together and live as a family, although we may have our little differences, at the end of the day, we are a family. Come to Livingston Parish. We are the place to be in 2015.
When we come back on Across Louisiana, find out what the 4th of July holds and more at the LSU Museum of Art. Don't miss it. Welcome back to Across Louisiana. Well, we're keeping our focus on the arts here today, shifting from music to art at the LSU Museum of Art. Lots of exciting stuff going on there for the 4th of July and more, and here to tell us all about it is Sarah Vandersypen. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Obviously, this is such a great part of the arts community here in the greater Baton Rouge area, and lots of exciting things going on, starting 4th of July weekend and going beyond that. Tell us a little bit about it.
So the LSU Museum of Art is located on the 5th floor of the Shaw Center, and we have our 11th annual 4th of July celebration coming up in just a couple weeks, actually. And it's a really fun, all-inclusive event. We start with dinner and drinks. We have the galleries open so that people can go and see the shows that we have up right now. And then the Michael Foster's project will be on the 6th floor on the terrace of the Shaw Center, playing for us for a couple hours, and you'll see fireworks and have dessert, and it's just a really fun, lively evening.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to be going down there anyway to celebrate, and I mean, obviously, an event like this, I mean, you have the fireworks, but it's really so much more than that. I mean, it's really a whole complete evening just ready for you to enjoy, right?
Yeah, it's a ton of fun, and you get to see fabulous art exhibitions, some music, fireworks, and then just kind of, bonding with about 200 other arts patrons.
And Michael Foster's fantastic.
Oh, it's going to be just a fun evening. I'm really excited about it.
You mentioned art exhibits. You got some exciting exhibits, new ones and old ones coming back. That started with Toulouse-Lautrec. Excuse me. Tell me a little bit about that one.
Yeah. So in September we open a Toulouse-Lautrec exhibition, and it's not only Toulouse-Lautrec, which was a famous French printmaker, illustrator, but it's also all of his contemporaries that were working in Paris at the time period. And Paris during that time got the name City of Light. And it was about how the arts were just kind of created this vibrant city, which we like to think that Baton Rouge can be the same way. And so this show will have not only the great Toulouse-Lautrec posters and paintings and prints from other artists, but it'll also have playbills and shadow puppets. And we're working with some of our Shaw Center partners like Manship Theater to do collaborative programming. So it'll be a really fun Parisian-themed fall for us.
We were talking a little bit off camera. My daughter is an artist, and that's really some of the world's most iconic artwork. It's definitely something that everyone is going to want to go and check out.
Yes, and what's fabulous about the show is that a lot of the work is coming from private Dutch collections, and so it's never been seen in Louisiana.
Wow.
It's never been seen in the world, actually. And so we are the only venue in Louisiana to have this show, and it's the last stop on its schedule. So if you want to see the show, whether you're in Baton Rouge or beyond, the LSU Museum of Art will be the place to come in the fall.
That definitely seems like something that is not to be missed, definitely. Yes. I know you have also some permanent collections that are returning. Tell us all about that.
Yeah, so one of the things that a lot of people don't know about us is that we have one of the most comprehensive Louisiana art collections. We have the best collection of Southern-made silver in the whole world. We have scholars that come and visit our collection storage just to see some of our works. We also have a fabulous collection of Newcomb pottery from Newcomb College, which is now Tulane. And so one of the goals that we've had is to get our permanent collection back on view. And so we are, come March, unveiling a reinstallation of our Louisiana art collection in about 10,000 square feet of our gallery space. and it'll have some wonderful 18th century Persac watercolors of Baton Rouge. It'll have our new comb, our silver, our portraiture, our Louisiana landscapes, and so it's going to be something really special that we've been planning for a year or two now. And so that's something that the local public will certainly want to come out and see in March.
Always lots of great things to check out. Thanks so much for coming on and telling us all about it.
Thank you very much.
When we come back on Across Louisiana, find out about National Home Ownership Month. Don't miss it. Welcome back to Across Louisiana. You know, the Mid-City part of Baton Rouge is one of the most vibrant and vital areas to this entire community. Always lots going on, and here to tell us what's going on with the Mid-City Redevelopment Alliance is Robin Betts. Welcome to the show, Robin.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Obviously a great organization, a great part of town, always lots going on. What's new with the Mid-City Redevelopment Alliance?
Well, we're here to talk about June being Homeownership Month, and so we are having wonderful events that provide people information on how to purchase their home. We are a HUD-approved housing counseling agency. So what that means is we believe that everybody is afforded the right to housing that is safe and affordable, whether it be through rent or through home ownership. So we provide first-time homebuyer education over at the Home Ownership Center. We provide credit counseling. We also provide budget counseling, and we do foreclosure counseling, and all of our services are free. So we also are, the week of June 6th through the 14th, we were able to celebrate Neighbor Works Week, and that's with an organization called Neighbor Works America. And they're a national organization that provides us technical assistance and training and resources for other agencies like ours. And we are currently building a house on the corner of Eugene and Convention through a partnership with Neighbor Works America and also Capital One Bank.
It's really such a key thing to have a program like that, because if you haven't bought a house before and you're kind of new to that whole idea, there's no how-to manual on this. No one tells you what you need to do. And this is really a great way for people to find out how this program can make a difference in their lives, isn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, they can always come to our agency. Again, our services are free, and it's just as easy as filling out an application, and then we will call you and you'll come in and have a face-to-face interview with one of our counselors. And through that, we will look at your credit. We're able to tell you if you have some credit issues that will stop you from moving forward. If you don't have any credit issues, we provide a monthly free class that is a 12-hour class where we can provide you information from credit all the way to the closing process. And we're able to bring in other partners, title companies, realtors, things of that nature to discuss those issues.
It's good for the person and it's good for the community. And I know, speaking of the community, you have an exciting service project going on with Southern University. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, we did have it going on. It is Southern University has an initiative called Success. And so it was through that initiative that we were able to go and do some repair work to, I think the gentleman's name was Mr. Johnson. And so he needed the roof repaired. He also needed the house painted. So we were able to bring together volunteers from his community, and they helped us repair that house. So it was a wonderful, and I wish I would have brought before and afters, but the before and after was truly amazing. So.
But it's really just another example of how Mid-City Redevelopment is giving back.
Absolutely, absolutely. We definitely want people to know that part of being a stakeholder in your community is to give back, and also you can become a stakeholder through homeownership.
I know people are going to want to find out more about the program that you mentioned and the other great programs that Mid-City offers, and just kind of about all the things that are going on in this continually revitalizing part of town. So where do they need to go to find out more information about MidCity Redevelopment Alliance?
Well, they can definitely come in to where we are. We're at 419 North 19th Street, and they can also go to our website at midcityredevelopment.org, and our phone number is 225-346-1000.
Thanks so much for the great work you do and for coming on and tell us all about it today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Sure thing. When we come back on Across Louisiana, it's golf tourney time with the Salvation Army. Don't miss it.
Sure.
Welcome back to Across Louisiana. You know, no one is a stranger to the great legacy of service that the Salvation Army has, both here in the greater Baton Rouge area and nationwide as well. And in order for them to keep doing that great work, they have an exciting fundraiser coming up. It's a golf tournament and a lot more. And here to tell us all about it is David Drake. Welcome to the show, Dave.
Thanks, Nils. Appreciate you having me.
Obviously, it's one of the most, iconic organizations in service anywhere, the Salvation Army, and there's a lot going on. Tell us a little bit about it.
Certainly. Well, yeah, just recently we just had our first inaugural Shield of Hope dinner, just to kind of get the name out there, what's going on in the community right now, what the Salvation Army is bringing to the folks of greater Baton Rouge area. And like you said, upcoming in September 14th, we have a golf tournament just to get our supporters out there, kind of give back to them as well, say, hey, look, here's a good day, come out, enjoy the weather, come have a nice day of golf out at University Club at Baton Rouge, to have some good contests, good prizes, and ultimately be able to, get our name out there some more and have some support for the community.
And one of the great things about the Salvation Army is that's really, it's ground level, grassroots, giving back to the community right here, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. There's an ever-growing need for assistance in the area as the city continues to grow. So does the demand, and we hope to meet that demand and help as many people as possible.
When you say meeting the demand, I don't think people realize, I think people know the name Salvation Army, but I don't think they realize the wide variety of services that you provide here in the Baton Rouge community. Shed a little light on that for me.
Sure. So we have a community center for primarily our youth. We have the School of Performing Arts there whenever it's in between the summer and during the summertime. Very importantly, we have a summer program for the kids to go all week long. We have financial assistance, whether it be for families that need rental assistance, energy. Of course, we have alcohol and substance abuse programs to help people that are in need. Ultimately, get them into a transitioning program, hopefully get them back into work. And there's many varieties of ways which we can just help people that are struggling and having a tough time in their life right now.
You touched on it briefly, but with it being summer, how does that season sort of change the demands that you see on the organization here in Baton Rouge?
Certainly. As I mentioned, the youth, that's very important right now as they're being let out of school. We want to help create a place, a safe environment for the kids that may not have a good direction, and bring them in and kind of teach them whenever they're out of school to keep them busy, out of trouble, and ultimately, just be able to help put them on the right path if they are heading in the wrong direction, be able to help them out.
Well, the golf tournament certainly sounds exciting. I'm sure there's going to be something there for everyone. Let's talk to me a little bit more in detail about if I'm going to attend this great event to support this great organization, what are some of the things I can expect?
Certainly. There are many various sponsorship levels. If you do not wish to participate, then there's ways that we can either monetarily help out and support, whether it be company branding, being able to get some gifts to our players. It's all about the player experience, and of course, obviously, if you are a golfer, to come out and enjoy a great golf course at University Club. As I mentioned, it's September 14th, 2015. We'll be starting off at noon, and just to be able to have putting contests, long drive contests, and actually we have a vehicle out there to be won if there's a hole-in-one in one of the particular holes. So I think it's going to be a very exciting year, and we look to continue this going forward for many years to come.
Sounds like a great event. Tell the folks where they can go to find out more.
Certainly. You can send me an email or give me a call at 225-266-3723, or click on our website, and we'll have some information up there for you as well.
Fantastic. David, thanks so much for coming on and telling us
Thank
about
you very
it.
much, Dallas.
Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Across Louisiana. I'd like to thank all of our guests for joining us today, and thank you for joining us as well. Get out there and have a great weekend, everyone.